The views and opinions expressed on Deeply Upsetting are those of the panelists and not those of the Geeks Under the Influence Network, associated brands, properties, or businesses. Listener discretion is advised. Please keep your hands inside the ride at all times. If you had a call sign like in Top Gun, not using any current nicknames, you had to come up with a new call sign, what would your call sign be?
Ooh, tough call. I mean, obviously, I think about being in Top Gun all the time.
Who doesn't really? Anybody that grows up within a certain age range is gonna think about what it would be like to be a fighter pilot from Top Gun.
Yeah, 100%. Here's the problem, though. I feel like I'm going to make a bad impression, like right off the bat, just being myself. I feel like everyone is going to be a whole lot cooler than me. And so my first impression is going to be what makes my call sign.
Oh, so it's going to be like a bad nickname in high school or junior high or something?
I think so. But then like once everybody gets to know me and they like me, it's going to be like a little bit too late.
Maybe for the geek, maybe that's going to be the thing. But like nobody was like, oh, he's definitely a Viper. You know, like he's definitely Typhoon. You know, like nobody's doing anything.
How long do you think it takes for everyone to get their call? Don't you have to have it like pretty quickly?
I mean, I don't think that they give you like 6 weeks to come up with your call sign or anything.
It's your first homework assignment.
But I'm pretty sure like that's not something that's used as like they did a thing that made them think of like that's your nickname. It's not like getting a pet where they're like, they really like treats, so we're gonna call her Candy. You know, like it's not that kind of thing normally.
I think you know a lot more about call signs than I do. So I'm going to have to think about it for a quick second. But I do know that whatever it is, my call sign is probably going to be deeply upsetting. Welcome back to Deeply Upsetting. Woo! I'm Amy Bogarde.
I am Mike the Hobbit, requesting a flyby.
Oh, on your left. No, that's a different thing.
That's a
Damn
different thing.
See, this is why I know I'm going to have a bad call sign. They're going to be like, who the fuck is this? Why is she here? And I'm going to be like, I don't know.
You're just going to be like something that you say something offhand. They're like, call sign titty juice. And you're like, no,
not titty juice.
Yeah.
I was thinking mine would be more like crybaby because I'm like a fucking mess all the time.
Crybaby is actually kind of cool. No, that's one of those that it could be like a thing somebody makes fun of you for, but if you own it, that's like Johnny Depp's in a John Waters movie called Crybaby.
I know. I thought about that after
and then all the like cry, make your mama sigh, Johnny Cash references you could do. I mean, that Crybaby is kind of cool.
Okay, well then that would be mine then for cool reasons and not emotionally wrecked reasons.
I'm just picturing you having like a mixture of emotions that you're in your jet and you like help shoot down a plane and part of you's like fucking juice, like fucking yes, America, like I shot down. And the other part of you's like
me.
That is a living being that I just they might have had kids and they're like fucking destroyed. And then just the dichotomy of those feelings.
That's tough because, you know, everyone knows that I am always like, fuck yes, America. That's like a big part of me. Probably the patriot. That's my call sign.
That's every morning you get up and you stand next to the bed and salute. I don't know. There's no flag in the room. I don't know what you're saluting, but you're...
Every morning I'm like... Burr, 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 burr. It's really
you play
obnoxious.
The trumpet every time you get up.
It's the only thing I know how to play. The most important thing. Never took a lesson.
You just played taps over
just
and over
felt it in my heart. Proud to be an American. Who sang that song? Who sang the boot in your ass song? Toby Keith?
Toby Keith was the boot in your ass song guy. The proud to be an American guy, no one knows that. I think that answer was lost in time.
Wow.
No one knows.
Wow.
Scholars have searched for years for the origin of the proud to be an American song.
One day they'll find tablets.
It's going to be like Christopher Cross or something.
Maybe it's crisscross.
Maybe. Could you imagine?
No.
It'd be so much better.
Salt and Pepper does Proud to be an American.
Because Proud to be an American, the rhythm of that song is the most stick-up adlet. That's Toby Keith's boot is up the ass of whoever's singing Proud to be an American.
True. And they like it.
They're into it.
They are into it. What would be your call sign?
Oh, well, I mean, Hobbit is my nickname on the network, so I can't really go with that. And so probably staying away from all Middle-earth related. And probably geek references. There's because it could be like geek.
Oh,
but that's so
worst.
lame. That's so boring.
Also, it could also be like a carnival geek type thing, which is, really horrifying to think about.
Oh, that I'm like biting the heads off chickens.
Yeah. Someone saw you bite one head off of one chicken. Now you're geek forever.
No, they would go with chicken head before they go with a geek.
Just to remind you of your sins.
It's like
chicken
call
head.
sign chicken head coming through.
Wait, that's kind of awesome though.
Yeah, that's
show's call sign.
there's
chicken
just like
head.
a decapitated chicken head like on the side of the helmet.
It's a rubber chicken head.
The blood spells out chicken head on that thing.
That's pretty badass, honestly. That's pretty cool.
I wanted my call sign to be bloody cock, but they wouldn't let me.
Oh my God. PETA is coming after you 100%.
Oh, I don't know. Call sign's tough because you want it to be something like Laser Beast or something fucking hardcore.
I do want it to be
like
that.
Macho as hell. I think maybe Laser Falcon Bomb, I think, is probably...
That feels right for you.
Actually, no, I'm going to go with what my nephews named the Wi-Fi when they were kids, which is the coolest name I've ever heard in my entire life.
Really?
Which is T-Rex Nemesis Destroyer.
Whoa!
Right?
Why is that so cool?
That's the coolest name I've ever heard of in my entire life.
How old were they when they came up with that?
They're like, I don't know, probably like 4 and 8.
4 and 8?
Yeah, they were young.
Up with T-Rex Nemesis Destroyer?
Right, that is the coolest thing I've ever heard of in my life.
I did not know the word nemesis until I was like 26.
Yeah, the 4-year-old kid being like, T-Rex Nemesis. Yeah, okay.
Oh my God.
Fucking badass kids.
There are metal bands out there being like, God damn it.
I'll tell you
so much better.
You're gonna get to it before I do. So if you want to name your band T-Rex Nemesis Destroyer, that just means you get to send us your music for free.
Yes.
For the use of the name. That's the trade-off there.
That we get to use on the show all the time. Oh no, T-Rex Nemesis Destroyer is going to be like, okay, deal. And then they make like fucking white supremacist metal or something. And we're like, damn it, we can't use this.
Don't
this
pull dinosaurs into white supremacy.
I feel like people like just love to taint the purity of T-Rexes.
No, that's why the white supremacists are like purity of T-Rexes.
Oh, God.
The supreme dinosaur race. Like, no!
Purebred T-Rexes.
Oh, no.
Before they mix the races. That's why the asteroid came.
No, it was purebred, and that's was a lot of incest with the T-Rexes, which is why they have the tiny arms.
Oh,
yeah.
It all makes sense.
It's all coming together.
This actually is in history books. Whoever wrote Proud to be an American, stricken. T-Rex incest in there.
In there. Chapter 6. T-Rex incest.
I cannot believe that, like, before I met your nephews, you didn't tell me about T-Rex Nemesis
the series
Destroyer.
coming this fall. As a spin-off of How I Met Your Father.
What?
Is How I Met Your Nephews.
How I Met Your Nephews. That's a pretty lame story. They were just at a Ruby Tuesdays.
They were just chilling.
And I was there too.
They were just taking down some fucking mozzarella sticks.
Oh, how dare you say that? You know I've been thinking about mozzarella sticks for days.
That's true. I was just thinking of them like the meme of like that's what ska is. It's just the music that runs through a little kid's head when they're eating mozzarella sticks. Yeah.
True. I agree. That's what goes through my head when I eat mozzarella sticks.
Pick it up, and put it in my mouth.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've come up with our call signs. Yours is Laser Falcon Beast.
I'm going with T-Rex Nemesis Destroyer.
You can't take that.
I am taking that
That's
from my
their
nephews.
Wi-Fi.
I'm stealing it from my nephew's Wi-Fi.
What's their current Wi-Fi? It can't be better
I don't know.
than that.
It's probably like fucking turducken or something. I don't know. Like something not as cool as T-Rex Nemesis Destroyer.
They went through puberty, so now it's like titties Nemesis Destroyer.
Right? It's like boobs, haha.
I wish that was our Wi-Fi.
Should be our Wi-Fi.
Boobs, haha.
I think I'm changing that tomorrow to boobs, haha.
It's going to look like boob shaha, though. And I feel like that's going to really throw people off. Are you going to do an underscore?
Oh, I might have to underscore it,
Yeah, I think so. Or you could do haha boobs. No, boobs haha is better.
Oh, wait. I could do an underscore and then boobs, haha. So it'd be under boob, boobs, haha.
Underboob is funny,
That
I
is
guess, but less funny than just like boobs as a whole, I think.
I think, yeah, that's just
We're going to have to workshop this.
Yep. All right.
Workshop our Wi-Fi's call sign.
What boob-centric Wi-Fi name should we add to our Wi-Fi?
To the GUI hub.
These are the important questions that we want you to answer for us.
Right? We're coming up with questions out here. You have to answer our questions. Also, tell us what your call sign would be. Not that it's going to be cooler than Crybaby or T-Rex Nemesis Destroyer. Why did you ask me the question when you had like some fucking sick locked and loaded answers?
I didn't think about that one as an answer until we were talking about it. And laser Falcon Beast or something.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
It's not nearly as good. That sounds like a video game YouTube guy that's
true.
Still on. He started it at like 15. Now he's like 27 and is stuck being Laser Falcon Beast.
That are like a synthwave band.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's cooler. But I feel like laser is just kind of like a given if you're in a synth band.
True.
Like you don't have to say laser. It's so obvious.
Assumed. It's like in bed with egg rolls, but it's just putting laser somewhere in the title of the band name.
Exactly. With fortune cookies, not with egg rolls.
Our fortune cookies.
I mean, I'd love to have egg rolls in bed. Don't get me wrong.
I just biting into an egg roll and pulling out a piece of like oily paper
that says like, "You will have a great night," and you're like, "Hee hee hee hee, boobs, haha."
Boobs, haha.
Shall we move on to the news?
Yeah, I think we've explored our call signs enough for this episode.
Enough, yeah. I do wish I would have thought it through a little bit more, but
I think Crybaby's pretty good.
Thank you so much.
That's
really
like a legit one. Nobody's gonna let me have T-Rex Nemesis Destroyer or Laser Falcon Beast.
Well, it doesn't fit on the helmet very well. It's supposed to like fit on that, like a one word kind of deal.
Yeah, or just like a 2-syllable bump kind of thing.
Yeah,
is fine, But
no, you had to go way too hard. But honestly, I feel like everyone would be like, yeah, that sounds like fucking Laser Beast, Falcon, Destroyer, T-Rex, Nemesis.
Just match them all together. There we go.
Do the whole fucking thing. That's even more fun that you can just like mix and match the words and they're just all, word salad garbage. That's awesome.
Or maybe like I am in flight school and I'm T-Rex Nemesis Destroyer and then I'm like, I turn around to like borrow a pencil from the guy behind me and he's all like, my name is Laser Falcon Beast. And I was like, I almost picked that name. Like this, we need to fly together.
And then you guys fall in love.
Then we fall in love. And then I make him eject first and die so that I can get out of the cockpit.
I was going to say that you guys like have a baby and name it something else awesome. But no, you had to murder him immediately.
Yes, murder him immediately.
Jeez. Fast forward to halfway through the story.
By the way, this was all spoilers. This is all what happens in Top Gun Maverick.
Yep. 100%.
Maverick changes his name to T-Rex Nemesis Destroyer.
People are going to listen to this and be like, ha, you guys are stupid. And then watch the movie and be like, God damn it.
Wow. Well, I guess that.
Toby Keith is in it? He's one of the flight class.
His call sign is boot up your ass.
Boot up your ass.
He's one of the flight instructors.
It's him and Tom Cruise. Tag teaming it.
Introducing Captain Boot Up Your Ass.
Jesus. He's just wearing the flight suit, but it's like one giant American flag. So
sleeves
upsetting.
cut off.
Yep. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Now I'm just picturing him looking like Larry the Cable Guy. I don't remember what he looks like, but I feel like he's got to be Larry adjacent.
It's Larry the Cable Guy, but with a cowboy hat instead of a ball cap, I think.
God, Larry the Cable Guy doesn't wear a cowboy hat?
No, he wears a ball cap.
Huh. Well, that really ruins the image for me.
He's got to crawl under houses and shit, so...
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so cowboy hat would be getting in the way.
That's pretty big, yeah.
So.
Not a 10-gallon hat.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
No, he got that ball cap with the little hook. I don't know if it probably has one of those.
Are you doing a Larry the Cable Guy
That's
thing?
my... Is that good?
I don't know. Apparently, I have a totally different image of him than what he looks like in real life.
Like Daniel the Cable Professional is who you have in your head.
He's just a giant nerd with a cowboy hat on.
Like, fiber optics, thumbs up. You're like, no, different person.
Shall we get to the news?
We should get to the news.
All right. So the news really is just a jumping off point for us to talk about annoying songs. So just a forewarning on that. Spoiler, we're going to talk about annoying songs for the rest of the episode. Okay. So this article from Sky News, that's actually the Maverick News website.
It's just tweets from Maverick that they re-report.
But like from Tom Cruise's character Maverick. The tweets are like, just almost fell off my motorcycle, but then I just flipped it instead. Hashtag Maverick.
Another admiral's daughter.
Oh
Wink.
no. Jesus Christ. We loved Maverick. Anyways. This article says, James Blunt song deployed on protesters in New Zealand following Manilow and the Macarena after the musician suggested using it. That is a long headline. Sorry to be shitty to you, Sky News.
There doesn't need to be an article. Like, the article is in the headline.
Pretty much. Yeah. So I don't really need to fucking read this.
I think that explains it all pretty much.
Yeah. Some protesters were outside, and it's funny because the protesters like weren't protesting something that we like, need to be like, we should support them. No, they were basically saying that there shouldn't be any more like vaccine mandates, essentially. They don't want to get vaccinated anymore.
Cool, fun.
So that's why
fun.
James Blunt, they were playing like Let It Go from Frozen. They played like the Barry Manilow fucking songbook, apparently, which like I would be having a great time. But
so they
whatever.
were just like condescending to him really hard, just
pretty much.
Yeah.
First they turned the hoses on him, like old school style. That didn't work. They probably got all like fucking wet and wild, being gross, and they were like, they're all gonna get COVID even more now.
That's a weird like trajectory from step 1 to step 2. Like, I feel like flipped makes more sense. Like,
everyone was getting like too horny with the hoses turned on, so they turned on Barry Manilow. It's like, could you have chosen a worse option?
Like
the horniest songwriter in the world.
I guess the hoses didn't stop him, so put on the Macarena.
Oh yeah, then the Macarena happened. My Heart Will Go On was one of them.
Solid.
So James Blunt, remember him? No, me neither. Tweeted at them and basically was like, feel free to use my song. You're beautiful.
Oh, beautiful. It's true.
Wow, that I didn't miss that one. Did not miss that song at all.
Neither did the protesters.
No, they all actually dispersed. No, just kidding. Right. Can you imagine if they were like, oh, fuck
They all ripped open their shirts, all wearing James Blunt t-shirts. They're like, this is the energy we needed, James Blunt. Thank you.
They all put on their James Blunt masks and started like lip syncing along in
James
unison.
Blunt's tweeting was like, my body, my decision, no vax. And they're like, yeah, James Blunt.
He tweeted it after they started playing his song. Right. Then the crowd completely turned. Oh, man.
It's like the Power Rangers when they're losing the fight and they have to call on the Megazord in order to win the battle. That's James Blunt's songs for anti-vaxxers.
He's the Megazord.
He's the Megazord for anti-vaxxers.
Oh, man. I wish that was my call sign. Megazord is pretty sweet.
Megazord would definitely be the wingman for T-Rex Nemesis Destroyer.
True.
Yeah.
Do you know how I could like best Tom Cruise, though, as Maverick? In Maverick, if my call sign was fucking Xenu, you would have to do everything I want. I would fucking lead him into the sun.
That's amazing.
Make him burst into flames. Doesn't Xenu live in the sun or something?
I thought, was it a volcano? It might be the sun. I don't know. We got to brush up on our Xenu knowledge before this is the wingman plane for Tom Cruise is Xenu and Thetans. It's flying on the wing.
Only Xenu can judge me. I want a shirt that says that, actually. Yeah. Getting a tattoo of that across my chest. Okay, so what I love about this story, honestly, more than anything, is that James Blunt said, I really wrote an annoying fucking song. So go ahead and utilize it. Utilize me for good.
It's up there, but it's not as bad as like, you had a bad day.
I was thinking that too.
Really? See,
I literally was.
I think that's a universally like fucking hated song.
It's really bad, and it literally just makes me think of back when I was a youth and I watched American Idol along with the rest of the country. And when they kicked somebody off, they would show like a montage of them singing on the show and play that song. Which is like a slap in the face.
That's pretty rough.
Especially because, like, not to hate on that dude, his name is Daniel Powder. I remember that. But like all of the people on American Idol were like better singers than him. He's just like playing them off. So mean.
No.
But yeah, I was thinking that too. I don't know why that song and You're Beautiful are adjacent.
Yeah, they definitely are. They're at least cousins.
Yeah, they're like, several layers. What is it called? The separation of Kevin Bacon?
Degrees. Yeah.
Jesus.
We're recording this very late.
I'm a little tired.
Yeah, we had to stop watching the film Moonfall to record this episode. So
a captivating film.
It's really just a top tier film that deserves all the awards,
all the accolades.
You do a Morbius Moonfall double feature, and that's just like that's Morbin out pretty fucking hard.
That's Morbin too hard. Morbin too close to the moon. I regret saying that.
No,
so
I know.
Really
That's great.
Laughed.
That's so good. I'm so happy right now.
I bet you are, you freak.
That's incredible.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Honestly, if they just played like the audio of Morbius in the background, I feel like the protesters would be like, I can't fucking.
No, just Jared Leto talking from anything, any interview.
Or he's like, it's a speech that he was giving his like cult members or something.
Oh, no,
about
it's just his
like
acceptance
a golden
speeches.
god. Acceptance of what?
Of awards that he's won.
He's won awards?
I think Dallas Buyers Club.
Oh, yeah, he did win for that, didn't he? Oh, yeah.
And then probably like Teen Choice Awards or something for being in
for dating all the teens?
The Mars band.
Oh, yeah. 30 Seconds to Mars. Jesus.
I was like, it's a minute to Mars?
Well, there's Mars Volta, and that was also throwing me off.
They're great.
I know. That's what was throwing me off. Because I was like, that can't be true. Say it ain't so.
Mars Volta, say it ain't so.
Please. Do you think they'll change it to 30 Seconds to Morbs?
Oh, they need to.
I mean, they should, right?
I think Jared Leto definitely needs to keep the vampire teeth and just go like when he's on stage.
Oh, man. And people would still like follow him.
Oh, yeah.
To that weird remote island.
Little advice. I don't know a lot of things. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. I've learned from them, and I will continue to make terrible mistakes in my life. But one thing that I've known all along, and I can express this with absolute certainty as advice you should follow, is never follow Jared Leto to an island.
I feel like that's pretty good advice. That's like definitely the more you know for the Deeply Upsetting podcast.
Just picture the rainbow star going over my head right now.
Honestly, probably just as helpful as any other, the more you know, if not more.
I think we have mentioned this on the episodes before, but if you don't know what we're talking about, look it up, that Jared Leto has an island and he's got a weird like white-robed cult that joins him on this island and
You think we've talked about it on the show before?
It might have been a half mention kind of situation. We haven't done like a thing on it.
Do you think Jared Leto is hoping he'll be the next Xenu?
I think Jared Leto thinks that he's cooler than Xenu. Like
What?
the Beatles were cooler than Jesus, and Jared Leto is cooler than Xenu.
I feel like Tom Cruise would have something to say about that, my
That's
friend.
the T-shirt we should sell, is cooler than Xenu.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Jared Leto is cooler than Xenu. I was going to be really upset. No. I'm not wearing that dude's name on my clothing.
Or cooler than Jared Leto, although that's not a really high bar.
Yeah, that's pretty, like, anybody could wear that.
People were like, yeah, of course.
Yeah, I don't even know you, and, like, clearly, yes.
That's if you get bullied in school, you should just get a shirt that says cooler than Jared Leto, because even the bullies are like, no, that is true, though. I mean, that is a good point.
Hopefully the next generation will be like, who? And we'll be like, exactly. Let us put it on this old relic called Morbius. Teach the children.
Bring out the vault. We must bring out the sacred texts known as the Morbius Blu-ray.
Matt Smith is like, no, I thought I burned all of those.
If you listen to the audio commentary, it's the entire cast except Jared Leto talking about how much of a piece of shit he is.
Oh, man.
I hope that's true.
That would be so cool.
Talk about a way to bolster sales.
They're making like Morbius 2, aren't they?
No. There was
They're
a lot of internet stuff that the morbing jokes got so big that not only did Sony re-release it, and they made literally an average of, I think it was $87 per theater.
Shut up.
That released it.
Oh my God.
It was like $85,000 or something. That was the final take in for the Friday that it opened. It was a huge joke. They they saw that it was trending, instead of digging in and being like, oh, it's just all people making fun of the movie.
Yeah.
They were like, oh yeah, I guess it was a word of mouth thing, and people are starting to realize how
it's really
amazing,
catching fire.
How morbtastic this movie is.
Morbtacular, yeah.
And so they fucked up, but it ended in this crescendo of Jared Leto holding a script that said Morbius 2, it's Morbin time. And that's when the joke is like over. Then when it gets to that point, you're like, okay, we're done. Everybody stop. Like, everybody stop with the joke. He's trying to make it seem like he's cool too about the joke, about how awful his movie is.
Wait, did that actually happen?
That actually happened.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah. He was trying to like own how shitty the movie was.
Wow.
And all the jokes by like having the script and posting it or whatever. So
you know that he like cried as soon as that picture was taken.
he absolutely did.
He just fully like wept.
What if your call sign was Morbius? Do you just get immediately like shot down by your own wingman at that?
Maybe it's like ironically, because I do wish to say it's Morbin time. Like anytime I do anything from now on.
It is so much fun to say.
It really is.
I don't
It
normally
really
just like
is.
buy into an internet trend very quickly. Sometimes, yes. But this is one of those times because
It's
it is
so good.
a delight, really.
Yeah, I feel like if that was my call sign, I'd get more bitches.
Oh, wow.
Actually, got to give credit to my brother on that one. He texted me
That's
that,
pretty
which
good.
was pretty good.
That's
Thank
pretty
you,
great.
AJ.
Yeah, solid take.
Solid Morb jokes. I mean, they all are, really.
And if you want more jokes from us, then make sure to hit up geeksontheinfluence@gmail.com.
Yes.
And just put in deeply upsetting in the subject line if you want to share your ideas for future questions on
Yes,
the episode
please.
and the like. Or if you have a fun article you want us to
Oh, yes.
look over.
Some news. Nothing serious,
news.
please.
the fun shit.
The fun shit.
Yeah.
The deeply
We
upsetting
don't want
shit.
to talk about like dead people or anything.
Oh, God, no.
No.
Not at all.
Talk about how shitty Jared Leto is
Love it.
all the time.
All day, baby.
Army Hammer ate someone. Cool. We're
That
here
was
for
fun.
it.
That was our first news story we ever covered.
That was a great one.
It was a really good one.
Ethical cannibalism. I did not
Where
know.
is he?
He's probably eating people.
Oh,
like
man.
he's probably got an underground like dungeon,
Cannibal lair kind of
cannibal
thing?
lair
Oh,
for sure.
God. I feel like he's going to become like bros with Jared Leto or something and be like, time to make my return. And then they're going to be like out and about.
No, it's gonna be. We're not going to hear from him forever, and then there's going to be a picture of him, Billy Zane, and Elon Musk hanging out at a nightclub together.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Do you think Bezos will be there? Do you think he and Elon will bury the hatchet by then?
Oh, Bezos probably is like, I'm too good for any of these people, and
Oh, that's true.
yeah.
He also has a girlfriend, so I think he's like not worried about getting more bitches.
More bitches.
Yeah. I tried to make the same joke again. It was worth it. I'm okay with it.
I'm good with it too.
You can also ask us questions and whatnot at our social media. It's at Deeply Upsetting on Facebook and Twitter. That's where we'll post when we need your questions, or, you know, we just want you to fucking talk to us about Morbius because we haven't talked to enough people about
We
it.
haven't really.
Not really. We haven't engaged with the community about it enough.
I need to really talk about his jumping around in smoke stuff thing that he does. That I've not been able to break that down enough in my life. I need to go step by step with somebody.
The dry ice budget of Morbius really is what crushed it. They could not break even on that. Something else that you can do besides listen to this bullshit is listen to good podcasts. And there are some, actually, at GUIpodcast.com. There's a bunch of other shows
Yeah, a
that
bunch of
aren't
shows
this one.
featuring us and some, fortunately, that don't feature
Yeah.
us.
Those are the good ones.
So those are the great ones. Those should be checked out.
Though there is
well.
a good episode of GUI that just came out of you guys talking about Maverick. So
Yes.
if anybody wants to get in on that.
That will be dropping, I believe, right after, like a day or two after this episode drops. So.
Nice.
Yeah, nice.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fucking got the need for speed.
Crybaby out.
T-Rex Nemesis Destroyer.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's just so much better than mine. Sucks.
Well, it's better because neither one of us came up with it.
That's what
It's
it is.
my childlike nephews. So
Amazing.
good that like 15 years later.
I got to talk to them about that, like
Yeah.
ASAP. That's so fucking cool.
That'll be the next episode, is just breaking down the origins of
Yeah.
T-Rex Nemesis Destroyer origins.
We got the T. The T-Rex. Oh, my
Oh,
God.
no. Okay, that's it.
I have to go to bed.
You do.
Immediately. That does it for another episode of Deeply
failing.
Upsetting. I know. I'm Amy Bogarde,
I'm Mike the
unfortunately.
Hobbit.
Bye.
GUIpodcast.com.
the Hobbit here,
Lowdown Brown,
inviting you to check out Geeks Under the Influence, a podcast that pairs booze with conversation with good friends.
and a little nerd culture.
We get a lot of colorful conversation out of our episodes, but it is here for everyone, no gatekeeping.
Always level up everything we do.
We'll punch up, never punch down.
Exactly.
So check out Geeks Under the Influence anywhere you get your podcasts and join us or die.
Shut the fuck up, Hobbit. Welcome to GUI Nights.
GUI Nights.
Yeah, I am Lowdown Brown. With me, as always,
Mike the Hobbit.
this is the tangential side of GUI.
This is like so many of those other shows that has the after the show bit mixed with a little bit of Baywatch Nights, so it's a little sexier. It's a little bit after hours.
Also, while tying it into the previous episode of GUI. So look forward to that, too, because this comes out the week after the flagship hour-long episode.
So make sure to check out GUI Nights, and when you're done, you can
Go the fuck home.
In a world with too many reboots and remakes,
Two men will stop at nothing to make it even worse.
join Mike the Hobbit and Tondi as they play by their own rules while pitching new takes on some of your favorite and least favorite films and TV shows. What podcast would dare to bring this upon the world?
This is Smack My Pitch.
Hey guys, Scotty P here with Smash on your left. And we are the Geek Fathers. That's right, bringing all the trials and tribulations of being a geeky parent.
So welcome to our world.
And as always, join us.
Or cry.
Coming straight from the mouths of madness, I'm Lowdown.
I'm FU Hunter.
Do you love horror?
We fucking do.
So this is a podcast dedicated to all things in cinematic horror. We're talking movies, television, composers, special effects artists. We're gonna fucking cover it.
So if you love horror,
Embrace the madness.
In a world of blockbuster movies, there's another dimension.
The dimension of schlock cinema. Join us at Beautiful Disasters on a journey into the fringe territory of B-movie abandon.
We review the flicks that are forgotten or underappreciated to give them a proper place in the annals of celluloid history.
I'm the Groots,
FU Hunter.
your guides at Beautiful Disasters. Come along with us for a fun ride. May
May the schlock be with you.